Hey Taurus, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for September 7th, 2022. This is for Taurus/Shuffle. Taurus, what we have is a happy success, true love. If and this is a very positive, but they're also wanting you to look at. You may be focused more for them to call this out, right? You may be focused more on what can't be done. Why, almost you may feel as though failures are a reflection of yourself, right? You may feel like that, like, well, things wouldn't happen to me if I wasn't a failure, or you know what I mean. This wouldn't happen to me if I was more, if I was smarter or wiser or knew more. The Fool and Knight of Wands would say this: you can make, if you just take a risk, you may have to leave something behind. You may have to leave like a whole community behind. You may have to leave, passionately go in a direction you want to go into. There may be a passion of yours that you really love to do. Whatever it is, right? It could be any single thing, really. Something that you're very passionate about. But you may have to leave people behind in order to do it, or like a support team or whatever. True love aspect with the Seven of Pentacles and Seven of Swords. This says that you have spent a lot of time telling yourself that you may not be worth it. You may have been telling yourself a lot of crap, because the Seven of Swords is all deception. So if this is true love, this is you looking in the mirror and not liking what you see, but that's bull, right? Whatever you're saying or thinking about yourself is not exactly your image. You may have invested a lot of time into speaking negatively into yourself, and they're talking about that. They want you to know that you can make anything happen. And when you speak this way to yourself or think negatively about yourself, I don't know that I'm talking to many Tauruses, because I find Tauruses to be very self-aware. No matter what they say. I've read something, Sandra, gosh, I know it's not Sandra Brown. She was a famous psychic. It used to be on the Montel Williams show. She wrote this book, right? And I feel like her name is Sandra Brown, but I also feel like that's an author of some other set of books. She used to say, I wish I could remember her name. It's like on the tip of, watch, I'm going to remember when this film's over. She used to say about Tauruses, I read her astrology book, and then she had a book of predictions some years ago, right? And she was telling everybody, oh, Tauruses are dumb. And I was very upset about it, because I was like, I know Tauruses and they're not dumb. She's like, they are in denial. The moon could be full, and they would say no. They would deny it to the end of days, and I'm like, I don't think that that's the case. So I only say that to say this, right? That I don't know that is. I'm speaking to many Tauruses on this one, but it just looks like there's someone out there who speaks very negatively to themselves, or looks at themselves and thinks, when they look in the mirror, they don't really understand what they see. They don't like what they see. They say things that don't. It's like, and then they'll go back and revisit. Yeah, my nose is this way, and my body is this, and I don't like the energy that I'm seeing there, because honestly, this is about you investing a lot of time into that, and it's a deception, and that you can make anything happen that you want to make happen. With the Fool here, that saying that's a wisdom. Even though they call it Fool, I mean, this is a wise energy. This is someone who understands every single element, and they've decided, you know what? I know what's behind me. What's in front of me has got to be better than what I've dealt with. This is someone who understands that. You know what I mean? If you're stuck in a rut, or you're stuck in a bad situation, anything would be better than being in an abusive relationship, kind of thing. Kind of energy. I'm using that as an example, and I'm not saying that that's what you're in, but I'm just saying anything would be better than whatever the Fool saw. So this is not a fool. It's more so of a person, people saying that about this person, because they're all stuck in a rut, and this person decided, I'm not going to do it. And so this would be the energy of others calling this person a fool. They're not a fool. They're only called that because they decided to get up with the bare feet. That's why I say abusive relationship, because that's what usually happens. You leave with everything, nothing on, the clothes on your back, and that's it sometimes, most of the time. And this person's walking, his pants don't match, he has no shoes, he has nothing, but hope, right? And so the Knight of Wands also gives that same energy. So this is about walking away from an old support system and going towards success. Like, you'll be successful, and I hope you know that. Fear with the Four of Wands and Page of Wands. Fear about there's an energy of fear revolving around celebrating going after whatever it is you want, because you may feel like going passionately in a direction is very immature. And also, you don't want to be known as some immature fool, you know, that kind of thing. And so there may be an energy of fear as to why, what stops you, what blocks you from going after something you're passionate about. And they're talking about it today, so there must be something about today that is like, you see it again, there's a synchronicity where you're seeing it again, and you're still like, I don't know, because I don't want anyone to say that I'm immature, you know. Victim mentality with the world and the high priestess. I think you may feel victimized by things ending without your knowledge, or you may instinctively feel like something is ending, and you feel victimized by it because it may be out of your control. It may be something you can't even do anything about. Um, Actually, there is nothing you can do about it. You could feel it, but what can you do when the world stops if it chooses to? Nothing, right? So you may feel victimized by it. Like, the reason why I have to passionately go in a different direction is because things ended, and it's not my fault, and it's not, you know what I mean? I can't even, you know, I didn't have anything to do with it. I could feel it, I could sense it, but what can I do? So there's a fear of changing direction, moving, doing something spontaneous, and it's not really spontaneous. That's what it looks like to other people, and I think that's how the fear that keeps you from making the choice. You're afraid. All right, and you got to stop talking to yourself in a negative way. That's just the bottom line right there. That's the part that bothers me the most. It's like, this is that you're deceiving yourself by saying you've invested so much time into being this energy, but that doesn't mean anything. That's how the fool feels, and that's what they're telling you. You'll be much more successful if you just, so what? You spent a lot of time building a legacy, building a, with the strength card, building a support system, building a community of people, building friends, building whatever the heck you were building. You would be better off. You already know what that is. You already know what that's going to be. Walk away and go into a different direction would be where your success lies. That's kind of what they want you to know. You could be dealing with a Leo, Aries. You could be an Aries Taurus cusp. We have Pisces, and we have, more Leo. You do have Aquarius, and you do have Scorpio. It doesn't have to be these signs. It's just that the energy is here. They could be prominent in your chart. All right, so if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.